circumstances. I could not make it to do it yesterday, but I'm here today, and today nikawambia we'll do it in the New York Open, and apparently we all know what has been happening here in Kenya, so we're going to do this market analysis or this weekly outlook right now. So if you're just joining us, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, you can share it to your friends, and let's analyze. Just those of us who are joining this live for the very first time, we've been doing this analysis. I started them last week, just doing some cable management here. Started this and I had promised you we'll be doing this live analysis or weekly and outlook every Sunday at 6 p.m. but due to some avoidable circumstances, yesterday I was not available, but I am here, and I want us to do this weekly outlook today. I don't know if you guys took some trades yesterday. If you did, if it was a win, congratulations to you. If it was a loss, it's okay, we move on, because we hope for a very, very, very prosperous week ahead. Okay, so my name is Ken Kimani, for those of us who are joining us for the first time, and welcome to this week outlook. Now today I took a gold trade. I took 2 trades in the morning. I think I'll have to away with that lighting. So I took it. We smashed very well our TP. I'll go to a very, very low time frame of 1 minute time frame, because that's where I took that trade from. And I'd like just first of all to ensure we have good audio. That nisikuwe najiongelesha hapa. Let me make sure that we have very, very good audio. But as you can see, this was the trade that I took very early in the morning. I didn't call it out today in the morning. I know most of you know that once you hit a stop loss, it's very, very difficult for you to call out another trade. Although even the trade that I hit stop loss, I had not called it out. But this winning trade, I didn't call it out. But if you have learned the strategy that I've been teaching you here, you very well know that that it's very simple to realize and to get to know about these trades that I take. Okay, just give me a second. I'm looking if we have good audio right here. Charts mindset, charts. I shared a link. Let me click that link. Let's open the link there. Yes, I just want to make sure that we have good audio and you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay, so okay. 1 2 1 2. Yes, so you guys can hear me. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so I was telling you about this trade that I took today very early in the morning. It was let's go for this trade. So this trade I had entered my first position here, and as you can see, I took an SL here because I had put my SL at 33.13, and because of the spreads, it did take me out. However, I saw this opportunity with I entered this trade, and we can go over this trade very quickly. As you can see, I am on the very lowest time frame of the 1 minute time frame. You don't have to check on the time frame. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but for me, I don't think the time frame really matters. What matters is, do you have the edge, do you have a profitability, and do you have a very, very something in Itua? Do you have a proven edge? Do you have a proven strategy? You understand? So as you can see here, very clearly here, we had the NFP last week on Thursday. We have been very, very bearish on gold, and I was looking to short this gold. So there was this liquidity sweeps, and as you can see here, we have a very good great break of structure. As I have told you that if you are selling, you take your Fibonacci tool and draw it from the swing high to the swing low, and that's how you see. Then again, you look, if you see, you look and check if you can value gap that we wanted the price an L, because you know that I got stopped out on this SL. However, after now seeing this trade coming down here and taking out this low, you see, taking out this low and now targeting in some people 32.96, we had a very beautiful order block where the market reacted from. Let me show you. It was on the 15 minutes, if not on the 4 hour. Let me show you. Yes, on the 15 minutes round, yeah, 33. Yes, here we had a very beautiful order block here in a fair value gap. Let me just zoom in for those people who don't know what we are. Beautiful order block here, and this is where the people were targeting their take profit here, and also you can see a very good and beautiful fair value gap. So people took some buys there, and I'm so sure if you took a buy there, you are holding, and this was supposed to be your TP. Yes, if I will enter that trade, because I didn't enter that trade. I didn't enter that buy. I just materialized this sell and I was done for the day. But this would have been a very beautiful take profit, and I'm so sure if you enter that trade and targeted this as your TP, because this, you can see, this is a very strong bearish order block, and we are on the downtrend. This is where you would have set your TP. This one should be you should have eaten very correctly. But some people, I know some people are targeting this high. However, I would be very cautious. I would be very cautious to target this high, because now, as you can see, for my strategy, or the strategy that I have taught you in minutes time frame, here we have a very good beautiful order block. Here we have this break of a structure. This one is a very good beautiful break of structure, and I don't think it's very okay to draw from here. I think it is way best to draw from this swing high, because we always say it's from swing high to swing low. We count the swings, swing high to swing low. So we can expect to see the market come in to fill this order block here at the 71 or 75%. And I told you, when you enter in the lower time frame, that is the 15 minutes, you can expect to see some reactions there at the 75%. So it's okay if you're targeting this high. I would be very skeptical about it, but if you're targeting this was your TP, I'm so sure you are now out of the market. Okay. But this is how I see gold. Actually, I was not to analyze gold. I don't analyze gold on the weekly live sessions. If you have questions, by the way, you can drop them on the chat box. I will answer them. But that is how I am expecting to see gold behave come tomorrow, because I don't think right now we have a lot of volatility, because right now, as you know, that New York is the only one at play, and then we will be having Asian session, and then Sydney session, then Asian session, then London, then once again New York. So we can expect to see such kind of movement tomorrow. But I will not be surprised if we take out this high. If we take out this high, be very sure we are going to be seeing now a change of character of the market, and we are going to be seeing some bullish momentum kicking in. But for now, we can expect to see we can wait and see what will happen tomorrow with gold. But I expect the market to react from this zone. But if it fails, we will be expecting some bulls. But this is what I see on gold. And as I have told you, if you enter your trade in the 75%, your SL at 100% and TP at 0%, you'll be targeting yourself a 1:3 RR. Okay. Remember, this is set to Telegram community. You can see it on the description below on this video. Okay. Now let's go ahead and start with the Gbpusd. Gbpusd on the 4-hour time frame. That's where we're going. The 2-hour time frame, last week I had told you that if we break this low, we expect to see early buyers, and I'm hoping that no one took this trade this trade from this order block here, because I said these is early buyers. These are early buyers that are going to be triggered in and tapped in and told that, come on guys, let's start now the market, and then, or let's start buying the market. And as you can see, we beautifully smashed or swept this liquidity here, and we bought. By the way, it was a very good buy of how many pips? Let's calculate these pips. From here. Okay, yes, so from here up to that high there, that was beautiful 91 pips. If you entered that trade, you ate well, 91 pips. But again, I'm so sure you were taken out via an SL or by an SL. And I told you guys, you wait for the market to break this low and come to react at this fair value gap or at this order block. Okay, why? Because this is just a liquidity sweep, and as you can see, this was a very beautiful liquidity sweep here on Wednesday at 4 p.m. This is the 4-hour time frame that I am looking at, the 4-hour time frame. So what we'll do is we will adjust now. We are not going to target ourselves at this high. We are going to adjust now this high there, so that, remember, we said swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Then now, of course, I'm so sure even now 71% it has changed for quite a bit. However, this trade, I am going to enter it at 75%, seeing that this fair value gap has entered deep into our the area that we always want to see the market reacting from. Because you see, I told you that there are two reasons that I'll enter my trade in 71 or 75%. When on the 75%, pardon. So the 75%, I'll enter that trade if to increase my risk to reward in the lower time frame. Also, on the higher time frame, if you're going to adjust our entry at the 75%, is if at all our fib or our fair value gap is below the 75%. Because most instances we expect to see the market coming to react at this fair value gap and entering to the 75%. So we are going to be entering at the 75% on this trade right here. So Gbpusd, we still maintain this, and I think I'm going to share it on my Telegram. If you've not joined this Telegram, please make sure you do join my Telegram. It's free of charge. I don't charge people to enter or to be on my Telegram community. So that is it for Gbpusd, unless someone has a question, which I don't think there is someone who has a question. I think we should move forward. Okay, right, we should move forward to another pair. I would want us first of all to analyze all the the major pairs before going to the minor pairs. So Gbpusd, the 4-hour time frame, that's what we are expecting to see. Let me see if you have comments. No, we don't have a question. Okay, let's go on to the next. Okay, we've analyzed gold. If you've not seen how we've analyzed gold, you can go ahead and check it on my Telegram community. Again, link is on a bio. Now, EURUSD, what do we have here? This is very interesting, because last week we expected the market was here, so we expected the market to push down here. However, the market continued to be very bullish, and as you can see, the last few days, Euro has been very strong, very bearish. And what we are going to do is we are just going to adjust now this one, and now we are going to be targeting ourselves to this swing high here. And as we adjust that one, we also adjust our buy limits here. So if you had already inserted your buy limits there, so I think it's a very good opportunity that you just now adjust it to the new levels, because what you're expecting to see, we're expecting now the market to come down at the 75% and then take us up. Again, why 75%, you ask? Because the fair value gap right now, actually, as you can see here, it is below now the 75%. The fair value gap is below the 75%. So in the meantime, some people would want us to look for to trade some pullback. And if you're joining us for these live tradings, live weekly an analysis or whatever outlook, whatever you want to call it, we can see how we can try and get some bearish move. Okay, so what you're going to do is go to the 15 minutes. So we are going to go in the 15 minutes and we are going to look for a break of structure. Okay, so here we have a good break of structure, and I'm so sure this one was triggered at 75%. Let's see. Yes. See, these strategies, I mean, it's straight to the bank. Imagine you enter here. So this was it. This was the low. So you enter here. Yes, I know it consolidates, and beautifully today at 3 p.m. you already out of the market. So you entered this trade. You entered when? On Thursday, and you see, imagine with all the news that were happening on Friday, there was a bank holiday. That's why we have seen this consolidation. But you've seen that this strategy is proven that it's very simple and straight to the bank. You entered here at the 75% or the 71%. There was a fair value gap. There was also a fair value gap at or above 75%. So you would have entered this trade at the 75%. And you would have targeted yourself 0 percentage, and as you can see today at 5 or at 3:45, you would have eaten that your 1:3 RR. Okay, now let's look for some more. We cannot look for some more because you see now this market, we are going to wait for a pushback. Now we're going to wait at least to see something like this until the 75%, and then again we target here. So we cannot draw our Fibonacci level as of now at this trade because we have not seen yet a retracement to the upside, and then so that we can see the market coming to the 75% on the upside and then coming down. So because we have not seen that on the Eurusd, unfortunately we cannot scout for some sales. So the best thing to do is, one, wait for the buys and wait for the market to come to your 75% and go to the buys. Or when you start seeing the market starting to push upwards kidogo, what you can do is you can now start looking for some sells. Okay, that is Euro USD for you. Let's go to Audi USD, and if there's a pair that you would want us to look, and probably so last time that we didn't look on or in the market list, I am going to be checking it out. Okay, so let's check Audi USD. Audi USD, interesting. I had told you if we break this low, or this low is going to trigger some early buyers. Okay, I had told you that this low is going to trigger some early buyers, and as you can see, some early buyers were triggered in already. I'm so sure some of people are buying here. If you're buying Audi USD, if you are buying Audi USD, I pity you because I know some people have already entered this buy because of this order block here. I know. And if you have entered this buy, oh, please set a B, because I'm so sure we are going to take out this low, and so that you can see, as you can see here, we have a lot of fair value gaps. We have a fair value gap there, we have another fair value gap here. So you can be certain that this market is coming to fill these gaps. If not this one, at least it will fill this one. If not this one, at least it will fill these two. Hizi mbili hapa zenye ziko hapa juu. So if you're already on a buy and Audi USD, what I expect you to do is either put a very fast go and put your BE at sai, because we are expecting to see some bearish momentum over the week. And as you know, we are going now to adjust this high or this point, and now target this high. Our 75% will be here. So in this market, we are going to enter at the 75% in all, if not all, even most of major pairs, because our fair value gap is below the 75% mark. And if you enter there, you will be targeting yourself a 1:3 RR. So there's nothing much in the Audi USD unless someone has a question. I think it's best if we go on. Okay, right? We go on to another pair. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think right now we can now go to USD CAD. So USD CAD is very interesting. I was not activated on this trade. I was not on this trade. I remember I didn't take this trade because I was in USD/JPY, and unfortunately USD/JPY took me out with an SL. But USD CAD, as you can see, people are still eating this market, and there's nothing to analyze here. Let's just wait for this fair value gap or this low here to be filled. Not so sure if it's going to be filled because Canada right now and US, they are in war or economic war. And as you can see, last week we were checking what Trump had said. Trump had said that Canada is a very difficult country to trade with, and he's going to slap them some tariff. I don't know if he has done so. We can check here at the financial juice. Where do you check your news, by the way? I know you check at the Forex Factory, but where exactly do you check your trending news? Because for me, I use something called financial juice. I think my internet is lagging. My internet is lagging here. Okay, but anyway, Trump had said that Canada is a very difficult country to deal with, and he's going to slap them some tax. I'm not so sure if he has done so, but this trade is one of the longest trade that some people I know they are holding. It's 14 days, 18 hours, and if you didn't get out here, it's good to be on a break even. It's good to be very good to be on a break even, because the way that this market is starting to push upwards, we might start seeing some bullish USD or some bullish momentum. Let's go to USD/JPY. USD/JPY, this was very, very awful, and it was it was quite sad, because you can see USD/JPY wicked me out ruthlessly. He ruthlessly wicked me out here. I don't know if someone was holding. Yes, I had given someone this trade. I had given Jane asked me for a setup, and I sent her this entry, and I'm so sure she got wicked out like I was. By the way, I was wicked out, so you were not alone. You are not alone who was wicked out on this trade. So if you enter this trade at USD/JPY, this was a 1%, negative 1%, was wicked out very, very ruthlessly. But you can see the market wicked us out, and it's now continuing to be bullish. I had said if the market comes here, I'll be putting SL. And for some reasons, if you are one of those people who adjust SL, you wait for SL to come to you. I need this laptop to face that way, so that okay, it's me who needs to squeeze this way. Okay. So if we are one of those people who mercilessly or who for obvious reasons you adjusted your SL, and probably you put your SL at 142.523, and you are not wicked out as I was, and you're on this trade, because now we have seen a candle closure on this high here, where we expected to put a B. You can now place your BE, or you can even do a trailing. You can do a trailing now, stop loss at the 71%, not the 75, at the 71%. You can do a trailing stop loss there, because we already have seen here we have a very, very beautiful candle closure. But now because we were wicked out and we are not on this trade, I think it is way better now we delete this thing. We delete this and now analyze once again and see if we can find ourselves some new opportunities. Okay, yes. I don't think we can find any opportunities unless this market fills this fair value gap first. I don't think there's something else we can do for now. Yes, for now I don't think, not unless now we start seeing the market coming here and retracing to the downward side, and we can now have our Fibonacci level from this low to this high. But remember, this is very risky because we have a fair value gap right down here, so it's very, very risky. So if it was me, I would stay out of this market and wait for it to either break, to give us a beautiful break of structure, or now wait for another, for it to fill this fair value gap. Okay, so either you wait for the market to fill this fair value gap, or you wait for the market to come down somewhere down here, down huku, so that you can fill this fair value gap. So not unless it does the both, I think it is way better to stay out of USD/JPY. But if for some reasons you adjusted your SL, and your SL was at 142.523 or 553, so you're still on this trade, it's best if you put what is it called, you put your break evens. Okay, BTC, I think it's also good to analyze BTC, because since I know some the prop firm that I work for, or the broker, not the prop firm, the broker that I work for advocates for people to trade on weekend. It allows people to trade cryptocurrency over the weekend. You can see this was how I was expecting to see the markets over the weekend, but now I think it's because of the bank holiday. This kelele yote was witnessed over the weekend. I was expecting to see some good sales in the BTC here, and then we buy, but once again, these kelele, because if we were activated over the weekend, I would be very, very comfortable buying BTC. But for now, I think it's way best if we wait for this fair value gap to be filled, and then we can be looking for buys. Okay, let's go to now the minor currencies, and we will start right here at Gbpjpy. Gbpjpy has been very, very bullish. So Gbpjpy again will be tricked and enter in the market. I was one of the early buyers here. Yes, I didn't follow my rule, and we entered to some profit here. Let me see how many pips we entered this profit. We entered to 52 pips, and I was very, very happy with this buy. But as I'm telling you, that early buyers, of course, we were tricked here to buy very early, and we got wicked out very ruthlessly. No, this is not even wicked out. The SL was taken very, very fast, fast. And this trade I had shared it on my Telegram. So this is what we expected to see. This was now the correct trade. Now this is how you would have entered this trade. You would have waited for this swing low to this swing high, because this one, clearly this is not a good break of structure. You understand? Even if you put a line chart here, let's do so. We put a line chart there, you can see this break of structure has very good retracement, but this one is not. It didn't even retrace 50% of this whole. You see, let me show you. This move here need not retrace up to 50%. So this one it tricked early buyers like me, and we got wiped out. So that was an SL. So USD/JPY and Gbpjpy, we experienced some good sells or stop losses. The stop losses were hit very good, and as you can see here, the strategy that I've taught you, you drove from the swing low to the swing high. Okay, then wait for the 71%. Now, of course, this trade I would have left me, because I would have probably set my TP at 7, or my buy limit at the 75%. However, if you enter this trade on 71%, I remember there's someone who sent me this trade, and I told them it is beautiful trade. And as you can see now, this market, people were triggered it on Wednesday and on Friday, or on today, they took a take profit. Okay, let's go to CAD/JPY. I remember telling you I was in this trade, but however, I got stopped out for break even. Yes, I got stopped out for break even with break even, and this trade, as you can see, it is continuing very, very well. And what we expected, I expected to see some some good reaction here at the 71%, although I told people that it's not very advisable to enter this trade because we had no fair value gap. I remember we had a call with one of the clients to 10 trade, and we were analyzing this trade, but I told her that 75% or 71%, this trade looked like it will materialize. However, the 71 and 75%, we didn't have a fair value gap, and as you can see, this market filled this fair value gap at 50%, and it has continued to be very bullish. So I think it is way better we delete this one, but if you're holding this trade, it's way better and it's advisable right now. You can put your break even at the 75% and wait for it to turn or to hit to TP. So there is nothing more we can do here since this trade has left and it has gone. So what we're expecting is either now it pushes up towards the upside or towards the upside, and it breaks now this high at 107,326, and then we can start looking for more opportunities. That is the buy opportunities. We go USD JPY, have analyzed, Gbpjpy have analyzed, we go to Euro GBP, and then we go to the card pairs. So Euro GBP, yes, so Euro GBP, I wanted to counter trend. Luckily I didn't enter this trade, luckily, but you see, hata ningeingia hii by the way nikose kupata anything, ningesema tu niko tu sawa. However, as we analyzed last week, and I told you on the daily time frame, this market bought on the daily time frame on the 75% or the 71% daily time frame, and these people are continuing to be very bullish. Luckily, I don't know even what I was even trying to do here because I was not involved on that trade. So what we expect to see here, we have a break of structure. We have a clear break of structure right here, and as you can see, the daily is also bullish, so it's a very good trade, this one. Once it materializes, we can look for some bullish setup, and you can draw now. As you can see here, we have some liquidity sweeps here. We have a liquidity sweep down there, so we have a break of structure, liquidity sweep, and we are now starting to see some good retracement. So what we expect to see is from the swing low to the swing high, and we mark now our zone. This trade is also very beautiful because in between the 71 and 75%, we have a very beautiful fair value gap over here. So we can expect to see the market now targeting this fair value gap and then continuing to buy. However, be caution because we also have a fair value gap below the 75%. However, now because of this fair value gap here, the 71 or 75% in below, I will be entering this trade at the 71% and not the 75% because of this fair value gap. Now we put our buy limits here. Remember, all these trades I am going to share them on my Telegram channel for free, where you can go and subscribe to that Telegram channel, or also follow me on TikTok, by the way, so that daily I can be going live there and showing you what I have for the day. And TikTok, I think TikTok is way better because some setups that I see in the 1 minute time frame or the 15 minutes don't have time to come on YouTube and make a video. So I think the best way will be to make the videos on TikTok, so you can follow our channel there on TikTok. So that is the beautiful Euro GBP trades over there. Remember, the link to this Telegram free channel is on my bio. So what do we expect? This is the 50%. For those of you who are wondering what is this is 50% Fibonacci level. It just shows you the swing low. No, it just shows you the premium and discount. Remember, below 50% it's discount, above 50% is premium levels. We can go to the card, I think. Yes. Okay, so card, we are still expecting these buys from card, Euro card, However, I know there's a client of mine who was looking to sell card, and we analyzed this market. I think on it on Friday. Yes, it was on Friday, and she spotted this breakout structure here, and she was telling me this was a liquidity sweep, which is very valid. So what we were expecting is to see these markets coming here to react, and she was texting me today telling me, oh, we have missed our entry. And I told her to calm down, because if the market did not activate her, it's okay, we wait for the next one. But as you can see, this market left with probably 2 or less than 10 pips. I know, less than 10 pips. Imagine 4 pips, 4 pips, yes, 4 pips, not activators, which is very okay. We wait for the next setup. However, you can look for those cells, you can catch those cells but I always advise catch the cells until the 50%. If the 50% Fibonacci level, if you are trading the retracement, 50% if ikiwe, don't look for more retracement. Wait now for the overall trend and panda nayo. Let's go to GBP card. Gbpjpy, same case, same scenario. We have filled this fair value gap beautifully, and we might not see the market now coming here to the 71% or 75% because this fair value gap has already been filled. So we might not see the market coming down. If it does, it's okay. If it doesn't, it's still okay, and that trade would have left us. Let us go to what? Oh, USD I didn't analyze USD Okay, let's take a look at USD. The USD this is the current move in the 4-hour time frame. We are looking to sell, so which is very okay. And as you can see that now we are not now targeting this low. This was our low. We wanted this low to come here, activate early sellers, and then liquidate them, and then continue to the bullish until we get here. However, it has not achieved that. So what we are going to do is now we are going to adjust our zones and now target this swing low. Our buy limit, or our sell limit rather, will be now focusing on this low, and I'm so sure now we will be targeting out to enter this buy limit or sell limit rather at the 75%, so that we can get a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. Lower time frame, you can go there and look for some potential buys. Let's see if we can try and catch up some good buys. Again, we cannot, because this market has not started retracing. So unless it does start retracing, we can now start look for some bullish opportunities. We have done GBP card, we have done Euro card. Let's do Audi, and then we do NZ. So GBP Audi. So GBP entered this trade. You have been continuing to earn very well. So I think it is very good and very profitable trade. This is a very good trade, by the way. It was a textbook setup. This was the breakout structure. Let me just do from week to week breakout structure, because we are on the upside. We are on the uptrend on this trade. So this was a breakout structure, liquidity sweep, and then as you can see beautifully, it is going to our TP. I had sent this trade last week, and I told people on Friday to continue holding this trade, that it can materialize. Let's look at Euro Audi, and then we go to U and the NZ. Euro Audi. Where is Euro Audi for? Oh, I don't have Euro Audi here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Euro Audi. So Euro Audi, we expected to see some retracement to the downside, so that we can see the continue to the bullish momentum. However, as I told you earlier when we are analyzing Euro USD, that Euro has been very strong, and we are continuing to see now the upside. So this is it now. We are no longer going to target ourselves here, because we have now seen a clear breakout structure here. So this is the breakout structure. So we are going to delete this one. We are also going to delete this one. Yes, so we have now seen a clear breakout structure here. Let's also delete this one. This is the breakout structure here. This is the break of the structure here. Now we are going to mark. So we are going to mark our zones from this swing low, this swing high, right over there. And as you can see, the 71% here, we have a very beautiful fair value gap. So we are going to expect now our entry now should be here at the 71%. Our SL, as always, we'll put it at the 100% Fibonacci level, right over there, 100%. This one you should be very careful. If you're going to risk this one, please risk 0.5%, because as you can see down below here, we have a very beautiful fair value gap which the market might come to fill. So if you're going to enter this trade, you should take it with caution. Again, these trades, all of them, they're going to be available on our Telegram community. That's where I am sending them instantly or promptly. Let's go to the NZ, and we're going to do Euro NZ. Euro NZ, we expected to see some liquidity sweep here. As you can see, this is some good liquidity I spotted here. I was expecting this market to come down here again, as I've told you that Euro has been very, very bullish, and I am going now to delete all of these ones and now wait for it to start now coming back, and then we are going to say this is our now break of structure here, right over there. Also remember, all this is liquidity, yeah? And I don't know, I'm not very sure with this buy from here, because we expect all these liquidity to be swept. So for me, Euro UNZ, I am going to stay out of it and wait for it to form. Again, we have another beautiful trade here. I shared this setup, and some people I know took this trade at the 71%. I was waiting the 75% because of this fair value gap. Again, I told you guys, you don't have to wait at the 75%, especially in the 4 hour. You have to enter it at the 71%. Furthermore, 71% you get a 2.45 RR, and 75% you get a 3 RR. So if you enter this trade on the Gbpjpy NZ, you can even trail now. This one I can advise you to trail your stop loss up to around this zone or this area right over here. Yes, trail, sorry, wait, yes, you can trail your stop loss up to over this zone here, secure something, or you can also get out of this trade. You see, I mean, it is just how many pips away to the TP, how many pips away, how many pips away, how many, let me see, I can see there, 59 pips to our TP, and you have been holding this trade for how long? For 7 days, right? How long have you been? Okay. Yeah. Trigger this trade, triggered right over here. Yeah. Okay. 5 days. You've been holding this trade for 5 days, so I think it is advisable. You can just get out of that trade, or you can trail your TP or USL rather, not TP. You can trail your you can trail your what is it called, USL, sorry for that. Now Audi JPY, remember Audi JPY, I had said that because of this noise that we are having right over here, this, I don't know even what to call this one is a very rangy market, and I was expecting it now to, however it breaks, if it breaks to the upside, but I was really hoping it breaks to the upside, because we have been very, very bullish to this trade. So if it breaks to the upside, we look for buys, and it happened. It did break to the upside, and I drew a fib. However, I didn't enter this trade because we didn't have a fair value gap, so that is one of the reasons that I didn't enter on this trade. However, if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, I'm so sure there is a fair value gap. I had marked it out somewhere. On the 15 minutes, there is a fair value gap, but you see now, you cannot take a mere this fair value gap of 15 minutes since we are entering the trade on the 4 hour. I don't know if you understand. So we cannot rely on the 15 minutes fair value gap, and we are entering the trades, or we draw this our setup on the 4 hour. So that is one of the reasons that I didn't bother to enter this trade, but it had everything else. This was a very good and a beautiful break of structure, and this was also a beautiful liquidity sweep. However, we didn't, this trade lacked fair value gap, so that's why I didn't enter on this trade. But as you can see, it went to the 75%, and it's continuing to be very, very bullish, and we expect the market to even continue pushing to the upside. So I don't think EuroJPY, sorry, I always forget to analyze this pair. I don't know why. EuroJPY. Okay, let's look at it. So EuroJPY has been on a very bullish trend, and even looking at it over here in the 4 hour, I don't think we can even find a setup. This one we cannot find a setup, not unless you tell me now we go to the 15 minutes. Yes, not unless you tell me we go to the 15 minutes. In the 4 hour, we cannot find a setup right over there. So there is this break of structure, and there is also this liquidity sweep. So why am I saying this is a liquidity sweep? Because if this trade broke this low here, you could have seen a market structure shift. Okay, even from mnaziitanga change of character, whatever, even from mngeita, but if we saw this trade now coming down here, I've rated it in. So where this is a liquidity sweep for me, there is a break of structure. So what we do, we draw our Fibonacci level from the swing low, from the swing low to the swing high, swing low to the swing high over there. And we now look at the 71 or 75%. Do we have a fair value gap? Do we have a fair value gap with the 71%? Absolutely. Now this trade, we have a fair value gap here at below the 75%, meaning we can take this trade at the 71%. Remember, I told you on the lower time frame, that is on the 15 minutes time frame, we always take our trades at the 75%, okay, so that we can have a good risk to reward ratio. Okay, ndio hata ikikosa kumaterialize we were our SL or we were risking for something greater. Sawa. Hata ikikosa kumaterialize, at least we are risking ourselves for something greater. So we are expecting to see the market to come down here tomorrow and touch our 75%, so that we can go ahead and wait for this buy opportunity. So let me also share these work right over there at the 75%. This is EuroJPY. This is not the 4 hour, this is the 15 minutes. I don't think there's any other chart that I have not checked at. Yes, so there's no other chart that I've not checked at. I don't trade NZUSD, I don't trade NZCHF, so I don't think it will be also necessary for me to be checking on this. Remember, my name is Ken Kimani. If you've been with me all this long, at least this week we have not done an hour plus, but it's because some of the trades that we had analyzed last week, they have not yet materialized, so we are still waiting for other trades to materialize. So that's why we didn't have a lot of new information. Okay, so again, if you are very new to this channel, my name is Ken Kimani. I trade with a broker called 10 Trade, and yes, and there, if you scan your phone right over there, you can see that we are having, yes, if you can scan your phone there, yes, if you can scan your phone there, you will be directed directly to 10 Trade Africa, where they offer both funded account. They also offer a funded account, broker account. Remember, 10 Trade is a broker, a regulated broker, but they also offer funded accounts. So if you mahali, if you are somewhere there, you are looking for some beautiful broker to work with, 10 Trade is the home for traders, because they offer copy trading accounts, they offer copy trading platform, they offer funded accounts, both instant and evaluation. Evaluation is one step. And if you're just joining us here and you've not seen that 10 Trade removed the lot size rule. They removed the lot size rule, so you can trade with whatever lot size that you want. So 10 Trade remove the lot size rule, so you can trade on your funded account, you can trade with whatever lot size that you did or you want to trade with. So for those people who want to know about the strategy, this is the strategy. It's quite simple. Number one, you identify the market trend. Is it bullish or is it bearish? Then you look for the valid break of structure. After looking for the valid break of structure, you draw your Fibonacci tool. If we are buying, we draw, or it's a bullish market, we draw the fib level from the swing low to swing high. If we are selling, it's from the swing high to the swing low. Identify a valid and unmitigated fair value gap. So the fair value gap should be unmitigated, unlike what you have seen in the Gbpjpy, the trade that I did not take because we didn't have a fair value gap, or other people call it imbalance. Number 3 is, or rather the next is, enter either in the 71 or 75%. The reason that I enter in these zones, one is because 71% gives me a consistently 2.45 RR, 75% gives me a consistently 3 RR. So the reason that I'll enter in the 75%, one, if we have a fair value gap below 75%, or if I'm trading on the lower time frame, I will enter at the 75%. Stop loss, of course, we put it at 100%, and take profit, we put it at 0%. So that is the strategy. For those of you who want to screenshot, please let me even remove myself so that you can screenshot. Yeah, and then you can start now telling people that this is your strategy. Yes, you can screenshot. That is the strategy that I use. It's very, very simple, straight to the bank. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I wish you a very, very profitable journey with us, and I wish you, if you've not joined the Telegram community, you are missing out. Please share or join that Telegram community, and I will be sharing more setups. So if you have been this far, also subscribe to this YouTube channel. It is going to give you some good and quality education. As you have seen, we have spent the last 1 hour talking about the market and what to expect in the market. Those are all our social media platforms. If you want to talk to me regarding something called, so if you want to talk to me regarding chat mindset, that is my community here, my free community. That is the number that you should call, 0753174631. If you want to talk to me regarding the community, that is regarding chat mindset. Remember, my mentorship is not free. Yes, it's not free. I charge. I'll take you through all that strategy that we've talked about. I'll take you through that. I charge. However, if you want to know about 10 trades, you have my number and you can always reach me out. Thank you very much, everyone. Adios, muchachos. I think we should find ourselves. I'll be looking to see if we can be entering our midweek session every Wednesday, and then we will be doing our what happened during the week on Fridays, so that on Sundays we can be doing our market outlook, so that the videos cannot be very, very long again. Okay, but that one I'll be updating all that in the free community. That the link, or the Telegram community, is Charts and Mindset. Okay, so bye bye, guys, and I think